The Lost Tribe and the Dinosaur Footsteps. Chapter 1. The Discovery. In the heart of the dense Amazon rainforest, far from the grasp of modern civilization, an intrepid explorer named Dr. Samuel Green ventured into the unknown. Driven by rumors of an untouched tribe and ancient relics, Dr. Green prepared for a journey that would become a blend of discovery, adventure, and horror. The whispers of a prehistoric tribe had reached his ears through old maps and tales from indigenous guides. These stories spoke of a tribe that had survived from the era of the dinosaurs, hidden deep within the Amazon. Equipped with a backpack filled with provisions, a machete, and a sense of curiosity, Dr. Green began his trek. The dense foliage seemed to swallow him whole as he hacked his way through the jungle. Days turned into weeks, and the deeper he went, the more he felt the presence of something ancient, something untouched by time. Chapter 2. The Encounter. One humid afternoon, after a grueling day of navigating through thick vegetation and dangerous wildlife, Dr. Green stumbled upon a clearing. At its center stood a village unlike any he had ever seen. The structures were made of materials that seemed primitive, yet ingeniously crafted. As he approached, the tribe members emerged from their huts, their eyes wide with curiosity and suspicion. They were unlike any people he had ever encountered. Their attire was made from the hides of strange, large creatures, and their language was a series of guttural sounds and gestures. It took days of careful communication, using drawings and miming, for Dr. Green to earn their trust. Chapter 3. The Revelation. As Dr. Green integrated himself into their daily life, he learned about their unique existence. The tribe, known as the Shellac, claimed to be the descendants of people who lived in the era of dinosaurs. They spoke of gods who took the form of giant reptiles, worshipped through intricate rituals involving the bones and remains of these ancient creatures. One night, the tribe's shaman invited Dr. Green to a sacred ceremony. In the flickering light of a massive bonfire, the shaman showed him relics that were millions of years old. Among them were perfectly preserved dinosaur bones and imprints of massive footsteps in stone slabs. The shaman explained that these were the footprints of the tribe's gods, who walked the earth in ancient times. Chapter 4. The Expedition. Determined to see these wonders for himself, Dr. Green persuaded the tribe to guide him to the place where the footprints were found. Accompanied by the shaman and a few warriors, he ventured deeper into the forest. The journey was fraught with peril, treacherous rivers, venomous creatures, and an ever-present sense of being watched. One morning, as they reached a secluded valley, Dr. Green's heart skipped a beat. There, embedded in the rock, were massive footprints. They were unmistakably those of a dinosaur. The sheer size and depth of the impressions sent chills down his spine. As he examined the prints, he felt an overwhelming sense of awe and fear. It was as if he had stepped back in time, walking alongside the giants that once roamed the earth. Chapter 5. The Horror. The valley held more than just footprints. As they explored further, Dr. Green and his guides encountered a series of caves. Inside, they found what appeared to be nests, filled with eggs of various sizes. Some had hatched, while others were eerily intact. The shaman's face grew grave as he warned Dr. Green that these were the sacred grounds of their gods, and that disturbing them would bring great misfortune. Ignoring the warning, Dr. Green collected samples and took numerous photographs, determined to share his findings with the world. However, as night fell, a sense of dread enveloped the camp. The jungle came alive with strange, otherworldly sounds, roars and growls that echoed through the trees. Chapter 6. The Chase. That night, Dr. Green awoke to chaos. The camp was under attack by creatures that seemed to emerge from the shadows. Massive, reptilian figures moved with terrifying speed and precision. The Silac warriors fought bravely, but they were no match for the ferocity of these beasts. Dr. Green's rational mind struggled to comprehend what he was seeing, creatures that should have been extinct for millions of years. In the ensuing chaos, Dr. Green and a few survivors fled into the jungle. The dense foliage provided some cover, but the creatures pursued them relentlessly. Days turned into a nightmare as they were hunted through the jungle. One by one, his companions fell, leaving Dr. Green alone and desperate. Chapter 7. The Escape. Exhausted and on the brink of despair, Dr. Green stumbled upon a river. With the creatures closing in, he had no choice but to jump into the rushing waters. The current swept him away, carrying him far from the Valley of Horrors. For days he floated in and out of consciousness, sustained by sheer willpower and the hope of survival. Eventually, he was found by a group of local fishermen who nursed him back to health. Weak and haunted by his experiences, Dr. Green made his way back to civilization. His tale was met with skepticism and disbelief. The photographs he had taken were dismissed as fabrications, and the samples he collected were lost in transit. Chapter 8: The Legacy. Despite the disbelief, Dr. Green knew what he had seen. He dedicated the rest of his life to studying the Amazon and its secrets, always hoping to find evidence that would prove his story. The tribe, the footprints, and the creatures remained etched in his memory. Years later, his journals and notes were discovered by another group of explorers. Inspired by his writings, they embarked on their own journey into the heart of the Amazon, determined to uncover the truth behind Dr. Green's incredible tale. In the end, Dr. Green's adventure became a legend, a story of discovery, survival, and the enduring mysteries of the world we live in. And somewhere, deep in the jungle, the ancient tribe and their gods still walk the earth, hidden from the eyes of modern man.